I'm Kimberly Brown with A-Spire magazine, and today we are speaking with a phenomenal woman who has brought so many women together across the Southeast to help them and to encourage them and to uplift them in their business and personal branding. She has established the Businesswoman's Empowerment Project. She's an expertise in public relations, a former model, and a successful businesswoman. She's also the executive producer for the hit television show, Women on the Move. Live with Kim McNair. Thank you so much, Ms. McNair, for being with us today.
Oh yes, I'm glad to be here. This is a pleasure.
Thank you. And congratulations on being in business for over 25 years.
Yes, it's actually 28 years. Can
28
you believe it?
years, wow.
But it's over 25. That's good.
Okay,
That's good.
okay.
Yes, that's what it is. But yes, I've been doing this a long time.
Okay, well, what contributed to your success?
Well, just being a young person, I was a young girl starting in the modeling and entertainment industry.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, always being, curious about what they were doing behind the camera.
Okay.
I was always looking how things came together. Because,
curious.
when you're the show, you just come and it's already set up.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always curious about how did they put all this together?
Yes.
And so that sparked my interest. So when I retired from the fashion industry in New York, I started McNair Productions. It started as just McNair Productions. I said, everything I do is going to be a production.
Yeah.
And I started by doing what I knew, my passion, fashion shows.
Okay.
So I moved to Orlando, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I put together my first high fashion runway show. So I got on the phone and I called all my designers, everybody I work for in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm in Florida, I'm going to be doing a show. And everybody wants to come to the Sunshine State, right?
Yeah.
They love it. So I got a few designers to come down and some other people I work with in the industry.
Okay.
And I produced my first fashion show and it just went from there. And I just really, I always say grassroots, boots on the ground, just going throughout the community because they didn't know who was Kim McNair. They didn't know me.
Yeah.
But I had credentials.
Okay.
And I just said, hey, I've just relocated here. I'm going to be doing a fashion show and I would love for you to come out to a meeting. And I went to the club, I went to the schools, the rec centers, I went everywhere where people were and asked them to come and join me at this meeting on a Sunday. And I looked up and the room was packed. I said, all right now,
Wow.
I think I'm on to something.
Yeah.
And I was just able to explain to them who I was. I let them see my portfolio, talked about my background and what I was looking to do for the community.
Okay.
I wanted models that looked all shapes and sizes.
That's
I didn't
great.
want a specific look. I wanted people, I always looked at the fact of having models on stage that represented the people that were in the audience because they can relate to it. For so many
Yes.
years, as a model, we had to be a certain size.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to have a certain look. It was about selling the clothes. It was never about us. It was always about the clothes. So we had to learn a lot of stage presence, how to be confident in what we were doing, but also to be able to take direction as a model. Because again, I had a designer rip me up. How dare you smile in my clothes? I was just being me. And I mean, I got ripped up and I learned from them.
Yes.
From that point on, you have to listen to, this is their show. You're just wearing the clothes. This is their set. So I learned early on a lot of things, and it all kind of started from there.
Well, I want to hear about when you were younger, how you started in the modeling and how you gained your confidence, because I think that's very important for women to know how to gain their confidence.
Oh, yes. Basically, as a little brown girl, I used to get teased about my skin color. Oh, you're darky, this, that. I used to get teased a lot. And my grandma used to always say, no, you're beautiful. No. She was always one. She could see me hurting inside, but she would always give me that pep talk. And I said, okay then, all right.
Yes.
And because she made sure I went and got my hair done every 2 weeks. And she just made sure,
great.
oh yeah, my nana was something. My nana was great. She was good at making sure I had, the confidence I needed because I needed to go to school and do the things I needed to do. And we moved from the projects area to the suburbs, which is East Orange, New Jersey.
Okay.
And it was a lady across the street from us, and she made clothes.
Okay.
She sewed, and she says, your little granddaughter, she's just a pretty little black girl. Could she come over and, model some of the clothes that I, because she was a seamstress. And she would have her high tees and all that. And my grandma said, sure. And I went over there, and I think after that I got the bug. So I did some stuff for her, and then I started doing dancing lessons and just getting involved. And I started doing community shows and doing a lot of things. And I got into doing beauty pageants, which really helped me out a lot.
Yes.
I was able to win Teen Dynamic Beauty of Bergen County, New Jersey, and I placed 4th for the whole state of New Jersey.
Wow.
So by then I'm like, okay.
Your confidence just racked up.
It just helped me to build up, a whole lot. And, what I try to tell a lot of the young girls is, you have to just believe within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I was always outgoing. I wasn't really shy. I think that helped me to break out of the shyness.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a problem. And it also helped me with confidence because I was able to deal with no's and be able to know, okay, you said no, but the next person might just say yes. Yeah. And so that's kind of how things went for me. So I started doing runway shows. I worked for a lot of fashion houses in New York. I was a house model. So I got up every day and went into the city and went to work and then came back home, and it just kind of grew from there. So a great background,
mm-hmm.
and it just helped me to be able to do the things that I'm doing now.
Great. So as a Black woman in business, mm-hmm. what would you say is your biggest obstacle?
I had this conversation with someone, and I think it's me getting out of my own way. Okay. Because I'm my worst critic, and I think that was making, because you second guess yourself. Mm-hmm. And once I learned what my purpose was, this is what you're supposed to be doing, Kim. Here's your purpose. You know your why. When you know your why, you'll find your way.
Yeah.
So once I realized that, then I knew that I can be able to overcome. So, you got to be persistent, and faith and perseverance is big with me. But you have to be persistent. You have to be patient, because it's not going to happen. And see, I learned that I had to be patient because I didn't get that job on that go see. But just be patient because the next one's coming.
Yes.
You're going to get the phone call. So I had to learn patience. So I learned that at a very young age.
That's good.
But then being able to be an overcomer, be able to create those opportunities. Mm-hmm. And I had to do that because, again, as a woman in business, as an African American woman in business, a woman, period.
Yes.
It's harder because the guys can go on and they're going, yeah, man, sit down. But us, we got to go through all these hoops to get them to listen to the pitch or what it is that we're doing. So what I learned to do was create the opportunity. So I'm going to create this opportunity, and I'm going to invite you to come and you see things stuff. Yes. Now it's like, oh, okay, so that's who you are. That's it. So let's sit down, let's do some business.
Yes.
Okay, so that's me. So my biggest obstacle was myself. Okay. But now, once I found out my purpose, I found out, my why. Now I'm on my way.
Okay. Well, that leads me into this. What would you say, what kind of advice, if you had one piece of advice to give to upcoming women mm-hmm. entrepreneurs, what would you tell them?
First, they need to have a lot of faith.
Okay.
They need to believe in themselves. They have to believe in what they're doing. They have to know it. It's got to be within them. You have a lot of people that are influencers now. Mm-hmm. They're just if it's not for you and it's not really you, it's not gonna work. If you're a true entrepreneur, you're really getting out here. You gotta be patient. I already said that. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to have some wisdom. You have to perfect your craft too. Yes. Because a lot of people, I'm gonna start this business, I'm an entrepreneur. Okay, did you do all the basic things you need to do first? I didn't start my business traditionally. I started my business with $500 and a dream, basically. Okay. I had $500, I moved to Florida. I retired from the industry. My parents, but everybody was in Florida. Mm-hmm. Here I come. Hey y'all. And I didn't see what nothing there was going on that was new. So I took the little $500 I had. I got some flyers made. I went out and, booked a ballroom. Yeah. I took what I could to kind of get started. And, now, of course, knowing what I know now, you probably need to do things a little differently. So I would, encourage them to, if you're going to invest in yourself, because I still do that today. Mm-hmm. When people see certain events and things that I do, well, I'm investing in myself. Again, to create the opportunity for you to have the experience. Yes. What can be done. So the experience of a woman on the move. Mm-hmm. So for another entrepreneur, taking time to really map it out, an outline. You got a business plan. I just kind of mapped out. I knew what I wanted to do. I just needed to get it on paper.
So you have a strategy.
You got to have a strategy and
a plan of action.
A plan of action, but and then connect with the right people. You need to network. That when they say you got to network to get your network, I learned that a long time ago. You have to network within your industry. I had a young lady just sit down with me and she says, well, I have a t-shirt business, mm-hmm. and but I want to do it more like promotional stuff. I don't want to just do shirts. I want to do it for a company. Well, then you need to be networking where those companies are.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be out there. They need to know you're there.
That's key.
Everybody has a t-shirt business, don't they?
Yeah.
You see shirts everywhere.
Everywhere.
But somebody's getting those bids. Somebody's getting those jobs
That's
to be able to do the shirts for Popeyes and the bigger companies.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone that used to, if they're not doing it in house themselves,
Yeah.
but there are a lot of people that may need the services. But you need to go where they are, and that means going to those conventions. So that's me. I kind of look at things in a different way.
Okay.
And some people get a little frustrated. Oh, I got to do all that. Well, yes.
Yeah, it's hard work.
It's hard work.
And
It's
a lot
hard
of
work. So
people
they got to believe in themselves,
Mhm.
have some patience, and be able to perfect their craft.
Is that why you started the Business Women Empowerment Project?
Yes, my nonprofit, yes, to be able to bring women together to help them to build resources, to collaborate. That's my big thing for this year.
Okay.
Collaborate, create, and connect.
That's
So that's W3C. That's my thing this year. Other than be ready, stay ready. Are you ready, girl? But yes, that's BWEP. That's the whole purpose of it, bringing business women together to be able to help them connect to the resources and connect them with the experts and the people that they need.
Yeah, because as you said, it's so much needed.
All day, I still meet people now that because they have the square, they think, oh, I'm good, I'm in business. I said, babe, you still need a bank account.
Yeah.
What happens if you want to, the square, they think that they're good. They got a square, I got Cash App, I'm in business. Wait a minute, I got a Facebook page, I don't need all that. Okay.
Wow.
So you're doing this for a minute,
Yeah.
But they could have something that's really great.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like to kind of help navigate them to the way that they go, and that's what my Women on the Move Summit is for. I do a summit every year in September.
Okay, where's that at?
It's going to be at the Morrow Center. We've had it at the Georgia Power headquarters. I've done it Elbert. It's on the south side. They can come on down to the south side of Atlanta. Just come. It's right there off of 285 and 75.
Yes.
But the Morrow Convention Center is the location that I use to do the Women on the Move Summit.
Okay.
And it's just a day where the women can come out, and I invite men to come out as well. But I know being a woman and going through the things that I've gone through, I can relate and help the woman a lot quicker and easier than I can the guy.
We definitely need help.
So the summit is how the TV show started, but the summit is basically going to be 6 years. This is our 6th year doing it in September. And what I do is I ask the women, the experts that I know, people that are already in corporate America, people that are already making the 6 figures, come back and donate an hour, 2 hours of your time to share and give those tools to the women that are coming to the summit. They can't get an appointment with you. They're not going to be able, you're just not going to see them because they got to go through all these hoops just to get to you.
Yes.
Okay? They need mentors where you mentored out. So I'm asking you just to come that day and just share with them. And I also tell them, I said, okay, now they're in the room. Okay, now I have y'all together. So get as much knowledge as you can. Ask the questions. You better ask the question. Don't get here and be saying, well, ask the questions. Okay, and when they get off platform, if you have an opportunity, go over and introduce yourself. You just never know. But maybe make sure that you soak in all this good information that you're going to get from these women because, you may know them, you may see them, but you haven't had the opportunity to really get all the backstory of what you need to do from supply diversity, procurement, all those things from finance, and starting. They need to know those things.
Yes.
And branding, branding is key. So those are things that I kind of bring to them at the summit every year in September.
Awesome.
I'm plugging.
Yeah.